me. My computer is shitty. I knew I was taking a risk, like opening text files and stuff. Let's just pushed it too far. Oh wow, that was good timing. Just in time for round 5. Oh yeah, probably in a couple weeks. I'm guessing like 2 more weeks and I'll have Brant's making a new PC. And Mojo's just such an old program. But you can just feel like that it's taking a lot of energy. Looks like something from like the 90s. I'm gonna build a custom one. One of my friends is really computer savvy. Will typically build it for me. I think this current one that I'm on here right now is... I bought it for like StarCraft 2. That's how like old it is. I'll keep this. No, this computer is... yeah, like 2010 maybe. Oh, I was a Terran player. I could play Protoss too. I was just like, could never play Zerg. Terrible at that. Not that I was like good at StarCraft at all anyways, but I'm definitely Terran. Yeah, this computer didn't even get used for like multiple years before I started playing like streaming. Let's just play a backup Reclaimer here. I already have 3 lands, so... Oh, nice. Zerg. Original StarCraft was, like, way better than StarCraft 2, in my opinion. I feel like original StarCraft, like, you could suck, but you could still have a lot of fun. But StarCraft 2, if you were bad, it just was, like, not fun, too difficult. Could never get, like, the microing down. You have to be, like, crack addict, like, attention span. And I feel like it just, like, wouldn't be, like, fun at that point. I just need these, like, turn-based games like Magic. My brain's programmed for those. Oh yeah, I remember like the whole Brood War like pack. I think I bought it at least like a couple times. Oh, that'd be awesome. Seaborn run. Thank you. Maybe... yeah, whenever you can, let me borrow. Perhaps... maybe Monday I can play it then. TomTom MTG, thank you for following. 'Cause tomorrow will be the challenge. And then I'm probably going to make Monday my, like, a regular streaming day for like just leagues. Yeah, and this whole stream is going to like showcase like 12 posts in general, not just like the current lists I'm running. Jarazera, thank you for following. And you can actually build this deck like a number of different ways. And this, yeah, the stream should hopefully get that point across, especially on these leagues. I'm gonna go get a 3rd Cloudpost here with this Reclaimer. And then... yeah, I can just play this map, get a forest, and get prime time that way. Oh, that's good to have. realized after I played that second Reclaimer, I probably should have just played the map just to get the extra Cloudpost to get prime time this turn. But this ended up being the same thing. As long as this opponent doesn't do like a Lin Chalice quadruple wasteland in one turn, I think we'll be good. It's a lot for them to answer. Yeah, now even if we get wastelanded once, we'll still have a lot of mana. 16 mana from wastelands. Yeah, like no joke that these Dryad primetime decks can get a lot of land drops in a single turn. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll check it up on there. Yeah, where do these bots come from? Where are my mods at? Let's clean this shit up. Uh-oh. Just burn my entire board. It's gonna take 5 lands to burn out Emrakul, though. Oh yeah, thanks for being a regular watcher, A9CR. I actually missed the Saturday challenge last week. I set my alarm for it, but yeah, I just wanted to stay sleeping. Like I need to like today I just worked until like 1 a.m. and just stayed up another 4 hours. Just like way easier than just trying to get up for this. Ooh, Castlevania speedrun. Sounds fun. And after this round, I found the blue-green list that sent me. Punishing Waterfall sent me, so I can just start building that on Modo. And we can take a look at it too, and talk about it. Yeah, I don't know about this particular opponent's list. Like, not at the moment, we can't see it. Oh yeah, it's okay. Guess I'll just go get... It doesn't really matter. Walking Ballista to do the last 3 damage. Yeah, so I wasn't really exactly sure how to board against this deck. Definitely some number of Force of Vigors, but I don't know how many we really need. And kind of like Maverick, I think we should bring Surgicals into. Tabernacle, possibly. But I think I'm bringing in 2 Forces and 2 Surgicals at least. And possibly the full set of Forces. Like, other than Dryad, I don't know what else Force is really answering. Maybe like a random like Sylvan Library. That's true, Turtle Power. I was thinking mostly for Wasteland, if we can just get rid of that early. But maybe just hitting the Flagstones and be like a better use of it. I don't like depths in this kind of matchup. I think they usually run... Yeah, we saw Dryad Arbor, so I guess I could keep like Ballista in for that. Yeah, let's just do 61. I don't know what else to cut. Looks nice. I feel like this opponent and I are like brothers from another mother. They usually play like these land-based decks. I'm gonna wait one more turn before I needle. Let's see what he gets here. So I'd like to get a second Cloudpost out if they don't get Wasteland here. I'm guessing they'll get Flagstones, yeah. See if they play like Dryad here. If they do, I have to decide if I want to fire Force of Vigor off. Skyclave. Stupid Skyclave. Name Reclaimer. I think Wasteland is just better though. I'll just go for the most important thing here. If I draw a Locust land next turn, I can go get Prime Time. But if not, I can at least hold up Hardcast Force of Vigor. Maybe Tabernacle would be worth having here. Didn't realize they were this, like, weenie-based. Oh, nice. Perfect. Alright, so they can't do... They could Prime Time next turn. But I think I just get Cloudpost here. Just max out on that. If I had Tabernacle, I probably would get that. But I didn't side it in. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna lose 2 Cloudposts right here. Yeah, I feel like we're the ones with the real pressure at this point. Like, this is troublesome for sure, but so is this bad boy. Hey, Resi. It should come out... I know I keep like pushing it back and saying it's going to be done soon, and it will be. I think it's. I like wrote some yesterday, so probably a couple days. It'll probably just be like a living document where I just update it over time. Yeah, I've been enjoying the writing of it. I want it to be good, so I hope everybody will check that out once that comes out. Likely you'll link that on my Twitter page. Probably just link it here on the Twitch also. And if this prime time somehow lives this next turn and we get to attack, I could play Karakas and then cast Ulamog twice. Oh yeah, you're right. Command. Like with MTG bot, right? And something like exclamation point, primer, guide or something. Come on, one more turn, one more turn. Oh god. Can I get a prime time and Ulamog? Let's see. 2 floating. It's just better to just play Ulamog here. Let's see. I'd have 2 floating. Could have up to 8, 9, maybe 1 mana off. Oh no, I could get Eye of Ugin and 1 more Locust land. I have 2 floating, plus 5 is 7, and then 1 more forest is 8. Yeah, let's do that. I think I can still afford to just only get Cloudpost here too. Or get a Cloudpost as the Locust land. Am I out of Cloudpost? I have a Vesuva still. Definitely that wasteland. Maybe just the flagstones too. I know Reclaimer, yeah. Let's just get threats. I mean, they are fighting valiantly. How much more can they take, though? Like, instead of Reclaimer, I could have also hit one of the lands, just take away their options. I mean, Reclaimer getting a land tapped is not that troublesome at this point. Yeah, usually I'm better with the math. Took me a second to figure that out. So this Eye of Ugin is essentially making this 2 mana cheaper. Damn, wasteland. Oh, not my eye. Alright, we'll still swing for a lot. And I get to Ulamog. Let's swing at least. want to see Ulamog first. This goes on. I'm just gonna get Glimmerpost at this point. That, and I just don't have... Oh yeah, Bojuka Bog probably better. I mean, I'm gonna be recasting this Ulamog, so... one way or another. Can fire off Once Upon a Time still and see if we find like Emrakul or something. That sucks. Chasm, I guess. That'll get the concession. Yeah, I feel like it's been a while since I've beaten that deck, so that was nice. We're able to keep just ahead of them. Yeah, that blue-green list. Let's put that together here. Hopefully we don't lose vision here, but... Alright, so I'll at least put together this deck with what I do have. Oh yeah, I've seen the pig too, Turtle Power. Oh, nice, CRF Jr. This, yeah, this deck is very rewarding to play. I don't really think it has, like, people could consider it to be, like, the Tron of Legacy or whatever, but I don't really think it has, like, a really good analog, a modern, like, version, really. Let's call this blue-green Glimmerpost, I guess. Yeah, so this list that I was given, it's pretty similar to the mono-green one. The only reason for the blue is actually just show and tell. And the show and tell is replacing the green sun Zenith. So yeah. And it's also not running Reclaimer. Which, not sure how I feel about that, but... I guess it's running Uro too, I meant to say that. So yeah, I guess in the meantime, while we're waiting for this next round, I'll start putting this together. So let's start with the colored sources. My Tropicals and my Misties are out on loan right now. So, let's see, 1 island, 3 forests. Okay, yeah, you're right. I knew that, I just forgot it this 1 second. Yeah, import. Oh god, the computer is stressed. It can't handle it. Well, I was just gonna, like, to kill time, like, explain stuff as I added. But I'd rather just get this all done right here. And this will make it more visual, too. Okay, so yeah, here we see the list. Like I said, very similar to the mono green, with Show and Tell and Uro being the blue additions. Yeah, you're probably right. It's somewhat similar to Tron, but only in like the, as far as like general like game strategy. Like I think some people like hear that it's like the Tron of Legacy and they expect to just like stomp people in Legacy with it. And it's not really like that kind of a deck. Like you're not trying to just power out things ahead of time the way like Tron is. But yeah, just lands giving you so much mana is like, I guess that's like Tron for sure. We go even bigger than Tron though. We go all the way. So yeah, typically in the green list we would have 8 total green sources. Like the 7 basics plus 1 fetch land. Let's look at this particular list. Looks like, yeah, there's 9 colored sources in this one. 3 fetches, 2 duels, and then 4 basics. Hey, Stream Team 3000. Yeah, and that, the main issue for me is, like, Show and Tell is pretty nice. Like, I've played Show and Tell in the past. Like, that used to be this deck. But, I don't think having a second color is worth, like, the loss of stability in the mana base. Like, we saw, like, whenever, like, Merit Lage is involved, these, like, paying 1 life to fetch, like, that's pretty relevant. If we start with, like, a tropical island, like, our colored source can get wastelanded. Like, there's a lot to be said with the mono green list of just, like, the safety of starting with, like, a basic forest. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm not, like, leaving the mono green as, like, my list and anytime soon. Like, for competitive events, like, the mono green will be, like, the main list that I play. But, yeah, I've definitely been meaning to play, like, a blue-green list at some point pretty soon. And this is, Punishing Waterfalls gave me this list here. So yeah, 1 extra colored source. 1 less Thespian stage. Not sure about Cascading Cataracts. There is a copy of Golos here, but don't know if that's worth having this land, though. I think I'd probably would rather just have a second Thespian stage there. How's it going, HC Fox? Yeah, then Crop, Map, Needle, these are all the same. Once Upon a Time, of course. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about losing those 2 cards. And it's like, if you're... Like, say we were to run Reclaimer, then I feel like with Reclaimer in prime time, then there's probably, like, no reason not to run Green Sun as well. So I guess you're just, like, running short on, like, deck space at that point. But, yeah, I do like the very light blue splash, though. Like, there's no need to overdo, like, a second color splash. And you might as well, like, make it with something relevant. And Show and Tell is definitely, like, very impactful, very early. Relatively early for this deck. Oh, you're right, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's probably the reason for, Cataracts, then. But it's like, do you really want to, like, have to rely on, like, a land like this to make full use of, like, some of your other cards? I don't know about that. Yeah. Well, if it's cascading, it's especially hard to see. Cut the 4 needles. Yeah, I don't really want to play an Uro deck, too. Like, I'm skeptical about any card that has, like, 2 colored mana symbols in its cost. Not including Prime Times, it's like 6 mana. I just feel like this is going to be difficult to even play the first time around. Yeah, God, yeah. I don't hate this card as much as some people do. It's just like, it's so boring. Like, it's powerful, but it just overpowers everything. Like, at least sometimes broken cards are, like, at least interesting. But This one's just like, oh, draw 2 cards, gain 6 life. Ruh. Ruh. I think Oko is like the menace of Legacy, personally. Like, I don't think you can say, like, oh, something has to be banned and not say Oko. Yeah. Yeah, when the Eternal Weekend happened and, like, you just had access to every single card, I was messing around with some different decks. Like, one of them was the that Goblin Stompy deck, the Muxus one. And, like, it was ridiculous. Like, I would get multiple, like, lackey hits on, and they would still just be able to overcome it with, like, Uro life gain. It was, like, nothing I could do or, like, could ever, like, get over this. Yeah. Especially the extra life land drop, I feel like. The control deck shouldn't have access to that. Unban Earthcraft, Hermit Druid. I'd be fine with unbanning, but I don't know. Is that... Do we really need, like, an Earthcraft deck? Or, like, a Hermit Druid deck? I don't know if it, like, makes the format all that much more, like, fun. Do you want to get, like, mind twisted and just lose the game? Demonic Consultation? Hell no. Doomsday would be insane with that. What about Sensu's Divining Top? You guys think that can come back? If everyone promises to be faster when they play it, I think we'd be okay. God, I remember the days where, like, every single action you take, in response, top. It's like, you know it's on top of your deck. It is nice with the post deck being able to overpower Uro. Not many people can say they can overpower Uro, but this deck can. Protean Hulk. Is Protean Hulk banned, or is that just Flash that's banned? Like, I wasn't playing Legacy back when Flash was a deck, but supposedly that was, like, one of the most broken decks, like, ever in the format. Like, way back when I started playing in Legacy tournaments, it was right before Survival of the Fittest was about to be banned. And there's, like, that Vengevine deck that, like, just got, like, 4 Vengevines out immediately. And everybody, like, at the time knew that it was going to get banned. And it did. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Ethan Magic. And I like to err on the side of just, like, having as many cards available to people that enjoy those cards. I think Oko's more likely to get banned. I feel like it just affects more, like, of the game. Like, Uro, like I was saying, is just overpowering, but Oko just takes away, like, creatures, artifacts. I feel like they could use a similar argument to Ren in 6, with Legacy being, like, dependent on 1 toughness creatures. I feel like you could also say, like, Oko. I mean, people like to play their creatures. It must be hard to punt with Uro. And you just only get basics, so your mana is all safe. I was reading somewhere, people were saying that, I mean, if you banned Astrolabe, then Uro would probably become bad then. Does Astrolabe need to be banned? I don't know. Unban. Yeah, they could probably unban at least maybe Luris with the new the nerf mechanic now. What was the other one that got banned? Zerda. I thought that one was more broken than Luris was, honestly. It's hard to interact with Zerda. And now, like, the companion mechanic just, like, sucks now. Yeah, that's true. If Oko got banned, people probably just wouldn't play Astrolabe then. It's just when you think of, like, cards that are on the Legacy banned list, you have, like, some of the greatest cards in, like, history. Like, obviously, like, the absurdly broken stuff, like Black Lotus, and stuff that was, like, responsible for, like, crazy broken decks, like Flash, for example. Then you, like, stop and think, like, oh, is Astrolabe, are we really at the point of saying Astrolabe is, like, on the level of those cards? Like, I don't know, it just feels, like, unnecessary. But if people aren't enjoying the format, then I'm all for making changes so that they can enjoy it again. Oh yeah, Island. You never see that anymore. Do you guys, whatever deck you play, do you always run snow-covered basics when you do run basics? Is that, like, the optimal thing to do now? Try and, like, trick opponents into what you're running. Nice, Slasher. I mean, I was running Snow-Covered Forest, but I hated when I once upon a time and saw that, like, long Snow-Covered Forest. Like, I like just the simple forest in hand. Field of the Dead with blue. That's interesting. And my forests in my actual deck are nothing really special. It's just like a time spiral forest that's foiled. I'm pulling up. No, I just like that art though. As far as like modern foil arts go. I tend to like basics that like have a lot of color in the art of like the color they're producing. Like that forest had a lot of green. No, I know what Onslaught Forest you're talking about, Chaz. The one with like the light through the trees. I bet. There's another Onslaught one I like a lot too. It's like dark green, like a tree. Yeah, it's like entirely foiled out. I mean, expensive is like relative, of course. But like among like foil legacy decks, this is probably one of the cheaper ones. Oh yeah, Ice Age Forest. Those do look nice. If I was running a mix of snow covered and regular basics, I probably would do. Did Ice Age have like regular basics or is it only snow covered? I don't remember. Yeah, McGee 87. That's like, oh, both. That's awesome. That's actually the OG crop rotation. Oh, what was I saying? Yeah, I liked the like that Onslaught, Invasion, Odyssey. That like kind of template of a basic land. As far as like old frames, was just the mana symbol. Cloudpost is just the original foil from the pack. The only like the foils that I'm skeptical of in this list are, I'll bring them up here. So like Maze of Ith and Karakas, these are like the first foil ones was the Judge foil. Feels like a little dirty, but At least like I can be consistent by saying that's like the first foil. What about this Glacial Chasm though? Like a lot of people hate like this. Was it like from the vault? I could see myself just going back to like a regular old Glacial Chasm. I know. That's the most painful like card to have there. Karakas, Maze of Ith, like Judge foils, like, it's fine I guess, but back when I was running like the blue-green post list back in the day, I mean for tropicals you have to have them as old, like lands of course. And so I have beta tropical islands for that. Looking to probably sell them at some point. But since like I was forced to like have old trops, it just made like all the like lands as old as possible. Like obviously Chasm, Karakas Maze. Yeah, I have the Perfect Heart inner sleeve, and then like Dragon Shields on the outside. Seems to be like the standard. Hey, you're old school, Fox. I know there's like a lot of people that just like despise foils. Like Ned Leeds, he hated the foils. I could change the look and just make it all like really old looking. Maybe get like beta forests or even Ice Age ones. Like since this particular list pretty much can be like all like modern foil, like modern frame and foiled, I just like decided to go that direction. But I don't know. That's I'm probably not going to spend any more money other than like just like the Mindbreak Traps. That's like the last thing I needed. I'm not going to like try and change up like the version of Forest or something. This is the only, if you're interested in building this deck in paper, this is like the only expensive card. But you also get to play lands if you own this, so there's some like overlap there. What's Blinding Powder? Is that a card or just like a expression? Yeah, I own some lands. Acetone to strip a foil. Interesting. Yeah, my other deck that I played for the longest time was Reanimator, and I have that just like completely Japanese, non-foil, but it has its own like nice look to it. If I find another deck that I really like, I kind of want to like have it entirely white bordered. I know you can like go to some people to do that. Mr. J Giles, thanks for following. Like I was thinking this, like I really like this Urza deck, and I have this in paper for the most part now. I don't know if this would look good white bordered though. Arnster3, thanks for following. Like blue and white bordered, I don't know. I think black would look best with the white border. Reanimator done fell off. If you can manage to fight through the graveyard hate, then like your Gristlebrand just becomes an elk. Plus I just like hate fighting against graveyard hate like every round. Like sometimes you get that first game, sometimes you don't, but like sometimes you'll get like a good first game one. And then just like all the free like grave hate, like surgicals, ley lines. Like I'll play against Blood Moon and Wasteland like any day for grave hate all the time. I do need to get a Children of Corliss and a Tendrils in Japanese though, to update the Reanimator list for that. I guess Japan's not sending stuff to the US right now. Otherwise, I'd like keep an eye on like Haruya. Just order from there once both those cards are in stock. shops. I'm gonna refill the water and take a piss real quick before this next round starts. Be honest, Fox, you never build out a green post. Not because they have the Butcher of Truth. He won't allow such a thing to happen. Wait, with Dreadnought decks? Oh, Ashiok. Don't tell people that. I can't beat that card. There was an Opposition Agent before Agent was a card. And that was one of the reasons why I didn't think Opposition Agent would be that big of a deal. Like, Ashiok does pretty much the same thing. And people don't really play Ashiok all that often. Like, I've seen Pox play it. And that was probably, like, the most threatening thing that Pox could do against me. Yeah, the Planeswalker static abilities, like, nobody thinks of Ashiok. Like, they always think of, like, Teferi, Narset, maybe Karn. Yeah, but I feel like you could definitely place Ashiok up there with those cards. Just haven't, like, seen it yet. Oh, jeez. Is it the mill 5? Dreamrender, I think. Mills 4. So you mill a third of their deck. God. Yeah, my deck is like has so many like singleton cards, so easily just like lose an important piece. Like, oh, there goes the Emrakul. I hope we don't never have to play against Pox in a challenge. Now, what did we just play against last round? Was that the Oops deck? Oh no, it was the that Reclaimer, like, Maverick. Okay. I feel like, yeah, I've been winning some difficult matchups today. The last round was pretty tough. Oops All Spells is beatable, but scary. Oh, let's just get like a Snowco and like an Elves matchup this last couple rounds. I would just love that. Somebody was saying that Alpha Blade is playing Elves. Do you guys ever play against Esper Vile anymore? I feel like that deck was like all the rage for a long time. Now it like shows up like maybe like once every few weeks or so. I feel like that's like the Super Saiyan Death and Taxes for my deck. Arnster, I'm like currently writing one and just about done, like finished with it. I think it's probably, I can post it out probably in a couple days. Oh yeah, JTL. Yeah, I remember seeing like that person play a list. They have the dreaded opposition agent. And they actually like make good use of it too. I don't know, that deck is good against me, and like, what's the thing where like you get to blink a creature once a turn? That creature that does that. The thing that looks like a Salvador Dali, like, monster or something. Like, that's cool, like, just doing that all the time, but like, against other decks, I don't know if like that's really what you want to be doing, rather than just like killing them. Yeah. Well, you probably just played against bad post players, Fox. We're not really scared of Blood Moon or From the Ashes. I mean, I have like 7 basic forests. Soul Hoarder thinks basic swamps. Yeah, like that's cool and all to like blink something once a turn, but like, I don't know, I think I'd rather just kill people. And what other cards are there that like stop tutoring? I know it's like Shadow of the Doubt, it's like an instant. I think there's like a red enchantment from like a commander set too that does that. Yeah, it's like sad times when Vile's not that powerful. Because like Ether Vile's a great card, and if Oko's just like invalidating that, Yeah, sometimes that Esper deck just didn't have like all that much threat or that many threats out. I feel like I could just like stop them from winning and pull ahead of them that way. They would need like specific like combinations of cards, like a Soul Herder or like events for every turn. Yeah, definitely the blue-green soup decks. Yeah, they're so good, just so boring. Hopefully all the people out there that hate Snoko, maybe we'll play against it and get to crush them next round. This last round, it's one of those games where it's like each player is going down to like 10 seconds. Somebody suggested these surgicals could maybe be like Trinispheres. Maybe it'd be worth trying. Like some sort of like proactive combo hate to supplement the Mindbreak traps. Alright, we're in 7th. We got paired up one of the last couple rounds at least. So that helped us out. Come on, no Delver. No Delver. Oh, Thraben you, thank you for the raid. How was your stream? Hopefully you're playing something sweet in Legacy. This is a 7-rounder. If it were 64 people, it would have been 6 rounds, but the one extra person made it 7. Yeah, we finished that last round like super early too. Well, welcome everyone. I'm playing some mono green post like I always do here. 2 more rounds in this challenge, so see if we can pull together another couple wins here. Ooh, red black pox. 05. It happens when you're trying like something new. The important thing is you like try with those kind of lists. I'm gonna have to go check that out. Red black pox. And I do like the red black color combination. Yeah, so there was like a Vengevine, or not Vengevine, like a Hollow One deck you were playing before that had like Burning Inquiry. And I was kind of interested in that just because I don't know, I really want to play like a Legacy deck that has Burning Inquiry in it. Just like want to try something like that. Thank you, Panda. Have a good night, and then definitely tune in tomorrow. I'll be playing that challenge as well. I'm gonna send this back. If what people were saying is true, and I know like chat kind of helps me with this, but supposedly this is an Elves player. This is better. either of those matchups, this hand should be good. If it's elves, we just need to not die the first 2 turns. Really would like to find a green source. That sucks. A nation. Burning your nation. Oh, we have to survive 1 extra turn now. I don't know, discarding like 3 cards at random is pretty scary. Maybe something with like gamble and like faithless looting as well, if you like just don't care about what you're discarding. Alright everyone, we need to not die this next turn. If we live, I think we're good. If we don't, no, then we're just dead. But elves can usually kill like 3rd turn these days. Here it goes. Yeah, you're right, Goblin Lore. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're dead. They have the these mana generators now. And once they get the natural order, just like show me the cradle and then... this matchup's not the worst. We can rely on Reclaimer to keep us around with Glacial Chasm, but it looks like they're going to get us this first game here. Yeah, I think if we had found the forest off that first Once Upon a Time, it would have been okay. But we didn't. Hard Symbiote. Postward, we'll need to worry about Assassin's Trophy, but we're going to bring in Tabernacle and the 4 Mindbreak Traps. Decide out some singleton cards that aren't that relevant. And in an alternate universe, I would definitely be like an Elves player. I feel like our deck is kind of similar to Elves these days. Shh, don't tell people, basic swabs. People spreading the hate. I mean, I have seen Wasteland out of like the Reclaimer Elves list before. But I've yet to see Questing Beast. How big is this? 13, yeah. So that's how you lose to elves. Oh, nice. I have Mustfall casting. Yeah, lands is definitely a deck that has like its own like cult following. Yeah, I think I did this last time against elves. Got a couple maps. They're a little bit slow, and we're just gonna try and rely on Reclaimer to get us there. You also see cutting like Ulamog, but yeah, if we've lasted like a long game, hiding behind a chasm, maybe they'll be like down to less than 20 cards left in their library, and just an Ulamog attack will finish them. Got Okos and Uros and lands. Yeah, is it really bad against elves? I don't know, I think it's like better than the other options. Maybe we don't keep like the other two maps in, just bring 2 traps in. But really the purpose of this in this matchup, I mean, Reclaimer is just gonna win us the game. So we just need to survive long enough to get an active Reclaimer, and Trap like helps do that. Definitely keeping this. Turn 1 Reclaimer. I'll have to hit some more lands, but this map is like effectively a land at least. I might actually spend this next turn playing out the map, since I have this crop rotation to get Chasm in emergency situations if I need to. Okay. Well, in that case, probably let's not do that then. Yeah, I like this particular basic. I think it's like a Portal 3 Kingdoms land. Really should get Tabernacle somewhat soon to cost them their Cradle. It's Opponent's Forest. I remember when these basics came out. Yeah, I don't think we want Tabernacle at this point now. I think this crop rotation would be the best thing for saving us against a potential like Assassin's Trophy. Chat, what's your guys' favorite basic lands? You guys like old frame, modern frame? You guys go foil with your basics? No, asked people earlier. Ooh, it's not bad. Yeah, I do like old frame basics in general. Especially with this, like, just this mana symbol, not like the text. Alright, we're likely going to have to search up our chasm this turn. Yeah, this is the scary turn here. So here comes Crater Hoof, most likely. Unless this is something crazy new. Oh yeah, this guy. I haven't seen this in a long time. Let's draw a shitload of cards. I really love not having to search up Glacial Chasm right here, though. Like, if I don't, I'll trade this forest for a Cloudpost. Next turn, use one of the Cloudposts to activate map, get a forest. I guess then I can't hold up Chasm at that point. I was gonna say, getting this Excavator down would be great. If I do get to live another turn without having to get Chasm, like alternatively, I could sack the stage to get another Cloudpost, and if we draw like another Locust land, I can just go get Prime Time, get Chasm that way. But I think I just prefer to not be super aggressive with that right now. If we died to a Tendrils out of Elves, my hat's off to them. Like, that's pretty clever. They bring in, like, Wishclaw Talisman or something. How this seems like just, like, so scary just sitting here. It feels like they're, like, definitely digging for some nasty answer. Dinosaurs. So I do have to get Chasm. $15? Or no, that's 20. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna keep the stage around. Keep the forest too, I guess. It's just that stage is so important later. But the forest would be better defense at the time. Just being able to search up like a Vesuva if I need to. Yeah, let's actually keep the forest around in this case. I mean, we're going to have to draw at least one land at some point these next couple turns in order to start making some headway with this Reclaimer. The sooner the better. Alright, it's not there. No, no Dried Arbor. It'd be nice at this moment here, but just in general, I don't want that card in this list. You cast a discard spell, losing 5 turns. Yeah, I hate getting like Thought Seized. I hate getting Surgical, like in person. It just feels like them looking through your entire library and like everything. It just like feels like you're getting violated or something. Alright, so we'll go to 12 this next turn, and then 6. Looking for a land here. No pox. Trying to think if, like, say if we draw like a Reclaimer, I could potentially copy their Cradle to give me 2 mana off of a single land. Is this going to be Collector Roof? It's going to be rough. Nothing we can do about that. Like, it's effectively going to take one of our land drops away. Oh, it's just Visionary. Well, hopefully they just don't have Collector Roof, or never search it up. So one land I've never like have considered but haven't gotten around to testing would be something like Riststone Portal. It's the land that's if it's in your graveyard, all of your lands can tap for green or white. And one particular reason for that would be like these kind of Glacial Chasm matchups. Just since this card has become so good and like a pretty like typical game plan with this deck, I kind of don't hate having something like that. I just don't know like what I would replace though if I was gonna run something like that. Yes. Okay. That's what we needed. I think I want to prioritize using this map here, just in case they are playing Collector Roof. I feel like they would have searched it up at this point if they did have it, though. So Elves never runs, like, Reclamation Sage anymore, do they? I mean, that seems kind of surprising to me. Yeah, you might be right. I feel like Maze is probably the least used, like, one of land in my deck. Scavenging Ooze will be a problem if we want to try and rely on this Excavator to keep making land drops. Like, at the moment, they don't have a way to add black mana. Usually they have, like, a Birchlore Rangers, or at least, like, a Bayou out. Yeah, my thing about Maze is, like, as a defensive answer, I feel like in most cases Glacial Chasm is just more, like, all around, like, a better answer. I'll be careful with the clock. As long as they can't add black mana, I feel very safe. Yeah, I think I want to... I don't know, if they leave the map end of turn open, I kind of still just want to go search up a Cloudpost, start at least, like, developing my mana. Maybe it's just better to... Yeah, I think I'd prefer to just get a Cloudpost here. Yeah, the only, like, fear... And I guess, like, most elves probably don't do this, but, like, they could, like, crop rotation for Karakas. I mean, it's still within the realm of possibility. Maybe that's more of, like, the Reclaimer list, though. Not so much these, like, more combo-y ones. Yeah, on second thought, I think I just am going to use map, and then that way I can better protect the chasm next turn. Just having the land drop right then. Yeah, this is just a creature deck. Magic is, what's his face intended? Oh god, there's the black. The black. That's smart to hold it up here till the very end. Why aren't I splashing Hull Breacher? I don't have blue, for one thing. Yeah, they were holding on to their elf this whole time. I've never seen tendrils out of elves, but I guess it doesn't seem like the worst idea. I'm definitely going for a trophy here. I can sense it. Take like 1,000 damage if they hit us. I think we might be okay though with these 2 crop rots and 2 forests to cast them though. And we still have the Vesuvas in library too. That's what I'm planning to do to protect this chasm. The fastest oracle. Some creative deck building. Some of these ideas. It feels like a slow roll almost. It's like, God, just tell me if you have it. Biorhythm? Yeah. What's up, Leviathan? Well, we're either gonna just lose right here, and if we do, we'll have learned something very valuable about what elves might possibly have in their list today. It's a questing beast. I don't think it's a questing beast. I think it's probably like multiple assassins trophy they're waiting for. This is game 2. We're down a game right now. Yeah, I don't think they can actually deck here. Those green suns. Yeah, I know I should probably auto yield. I'm in 6 minutes ahead of clock. I know it's just like a habit or whatever, but I'll just feel more comfortable if I'm just clicking it one thing at a time. Moto always gets you when you try and like rely on those kind of shortcuts. Like maybe that's like not a valid fear, but it's the trophy. Here it goes. Hitting the chasm. Now we do this. Vesuva. Imagine they're holding a second one now. Sack this one here. There's another trophy here. If they have a third one, though, we lose. Yep, another trophy. Another crop rot, another Vesuva. We're in a bad spot though, so we need to still draw more lands now. They have the third one. I think they do. They got to be. GG's opponent. That was well played though. Concede. Why? What's up? What happened? Maybe we lost for sure. Oh. We were like negative like 500 probably. Yeah, if I had yeah, if you'd have liked a Mindbreak Trap there. Okay, well, let's finish this challenge at least. Pretty sure we're out of top 8 contention, but sometimes you lose those matchups. That was really smart of them to just like hold the the black mana back. Like I figured it was coming, but I couldn't beat 3 trophies. I was hoping maybe there'd just be 2, and maybe we could still string something together at that point. Hey Archon, how's it going? Hope everyone's having a good Saturday though. Been enjoying this stream, this event. I'll be back tomorrow for the Sunday challenge, starting in a little less than like 24 hours from now. Yeah, let's see the X ones. Yeah, definitely Archon. I'm gonna get my new computer up and running probably like in 2 weeks or so. And I know like it'll just be easier to communicate with people and actually like do like good co-streams. I don't trust this computer like as it is right now. And already today I had to like restart the stream. Just like, I don't even remember what it was, like opening a web browser or something. Super stupid. I don't know specifically. My computer savvy buddy is like building it for me. Not the most knowledgeable computer person. But he does. Like, he knows his computers. Be hooking me up. It's like, how much computing power could, like, Modo and the Streamlabs program, like... I don't know, I feel like they're not the most complicated programs. Oh, nice Terror. Like, you can just feel, like, when Modo is working, like, on your computer. Like, sometimes the computer struggles to run Modo. I'll probably get a good, like, graphics card, like, just in case I play some more recent, like, computer games in the future. But it's primarily going to be for streaming more than anything. I keep scrolling down here. Let's see this top tier people here. I mean, if we win this next round, it might be possible to squeeze in to this top 8. We're definitely nowhere near like a lock, though, by any means. Like, I feel like just being 65 players, barely being enough to have 7 rounds, like that, it bodes well for us, I would think. If my understanding of, like, math and probability is correct. Oh, okay, I gotcha. I can't wait to have, like, a second monitor. I now understand why, like, these streamers have multiple ones. Be able to look at stuff and you people won't know it. Hopefully I just don't have to, like, completely revamp my desk, though. I think you can get, like, an arm or something to hold the monitor in place. Don't know how reliable those are, but... yeah, look for a new computer on this stream. The quality should just be, like, through the roof in a couple weeks. Super excited about it. Until then, we're just gonna have to deal with the shit like today, having to restart the stream sometimes. Same legacy, same 12 post, different computer. So I could consider... oh, what's up, Jim? How's it going? I'm 4-2 in this challenge. Got one more round left. Don't think I'm in top 8 contention, but maybe, you'll see. But yeah, it's been a fun tournament so far. I saw you posted, Jim, like you were playing a Pokemoki list. Nice. You should try and get in on these 5 a.m. challenges on Saturday. Sometimes Jake and Rockenbach have been on. I mean, it's hard to get up that early, but I feel like the payoff is pretty good. Oh, Vintage is at 3 a.m. Yeah, and Jakesman and Brian, yeah, Jake and Rockenbach have both been trying to talk me into start playing Vintage. Which I definitely should. I feel like I have, like, enough qualifier points to play another format. Vintage seems like the most reasonable format for me to play. And it's, like, at a better time for, like, us Arizona people, too. Yeah, when does it actually start? It's, like, later today, right? An hour and 10 minutes. Do you play Vintage at all, Jim? I remember you were playing, like, Vintage Dredge at some point. Yeah, I haven't seen you online in a while. Yeah, Fox, I live in AZ. Out in this barren wasteland they call Phoenix, Arizona. But yeah, I get, like, the burnout, Jim. It's like... yeah, sometimes just, like, Magic's just not that enjoyable. You just need, like, a good break. The Eternal Weekend event, I was like... I mean, it did decent in the actual event itself, but that was probably, like, the least fun I had in, like, one of these online tournaments. I feel like 10 rounds of Legacy, and there's like 8 of them were like either Rug Delver or Snowco. It's like getting a little sick of playing against blue-green. Yeah, we don't have to deal with the daylight savings time bullshit here. That confusion. I don't even know why they still do daylight savings, really. That's for, like, farmers and stuff, right? Oh, nice. Damn. I'm not much of a dredge person just in general, but vintage dredge is pretty, like... That would probably be the format where I would be willing to play dredge. Like, everything about that deck just seems, like, so wacky and awesome to me. You have to start with one of your 4 bazaars. You get to play, like, all the pitch spells in the format. Probably go with a shop deck, though, yeah, if I play vintage. It's more, like, up my alley. Yeah, I know you were talking about, like, daylight savings time. This was, like, months ago. It's been repeated, the discussion. Yeah, Arizona, you don't have to ever change your clocks or worry about, like, waking like an hour late or an hour early or whatever. So vintage shops. On Moto, like, I have the Ancient Tombs. And I have, like, the power is not expensive, right? I don't think the workshops were expensive either. I think it was, like, the Wastelands were the cards that were, like, the most expensive that I don't have. I spelled this wrong. Mishra's Toy Workshop. Yeah, like 4 tickets. That's not bad. I actually own 2 of the pieces of power online. I think from just opening, like, vintage Masters packs. Where are they? And it's actually pretty fitting, too. There it is. Black Lotus, and then Mox Emerald. It's my color. Oh, sweet. Yeah, 14th place. Yeah, we'd have to do our best here. Could definitely make top 16 at least if we win this. Isn't it like in real life? I know Black Lotus is the most expensive. Isn't Sapphire the second then most expensive? I feel like I remember people saying that. Maybe Recall or Time Walk, I don't know. I feel like Ancestral Recall is like the next most iconic piece of power after Lotus. Mulligan. 2 prime times, 1 land. Not good. Oh, man. This is better, but it's just not enough land still. This is the best for sure. Yeah, I just don't want to have to rely on drawing into more lands. Definitely going to keep this. I think Karakas and Probably one of the needles are going to be going back. And then that way I could find Reclaimer, maybe be set, find Cloudpost, and possibly have like enough ramping. Oh, nice. That's awesome, dude. Have you liked Mentor? Is he... I've like saw him in earlier in this challenge, like the second round. I haven't seen Monastery Mentor in like the longest time. It was like a Jeskai Mentor deck. It's pretty cool. Wonder if it can overpower the Oko Uro Menace. It's probably just like Rug Delver. It's going to be a challenge if it is. Alright, let's see what this gives us. I think I'd rather find a Cloudpost than a Reclaimer here. Let's take a Maze then. I'm going to hold off one turn. I'm playing this Needle. Assuming they're Rug Delver, I'll have to decide if I want to name Wasteland or Oko. Just Oko is probably better at this point, if there's no threat out. And with these, this blue-green color, they 100% do run Oko, so... Nice. Yeah, Rug Delver, it seems like you would like overpower him. Ooh. Alright, maybe this isn't that bad. I'll definitely sing Oko still. Trying to remember that once upon a time that I just cast like last turn. Do we pass up an Eye of Ugin? I think it was just Forest and Maze, if I remember correctly. I think I just want to... I'll fire this off right here. I'd like to find a Cloudpost now. I don't know if they're going to give me like a chance to not like force negation it. Prime time, I think. Yeah, let's take that. This might be Omnitel too. This kind of feels like that the more they don't play like any threat. Be Hull Breacher here. Alright, we might be losing our hand here. Have you seen this deck before, Jim? It's like Days Undoing Hull Breacher deck. I think this is probably like the most difficult like Miracles deck for me. Cloudpost at least. We have decent mana, just need to draw into something in time. Me too. I was like, oh, Snoko, there's nothing to worry about. Just lose my hand. Oh, blue-white can't mind twist me. What the hell? Come on, Ulamog one time. think I'm gonna make the stage forest though, in case I draw prime time. And there's no way we're resolving through 5 untapped lands. If they play another Hull Breacher right here, we're just dead. If they play an Oko next turn, we're dead. If I survive this next turn and I go get Eye here, I'll have 14 mana as it is here. And I think I have to get Chasm, unfortunately. I could sack this forest. I'm still just like top decking though. Otherwise I just have like a single turn, so I think I have to do that. This will buy me at least like a few turns. Not sure if I should. Yeah, I should probably just keep the forest around still. Be able to cast like Green Suns and whatnot. I'm gonna do that Cavern of Souls now. It's like no matter like where I put the stack and this moto prompt, it's just like always in the way. What if they just like didn't have a swords here? Arcanist. Ice counter. Just another Oko. Not sure if there's anything else I should be naming here. We're gonna Hail Mary this this Dark Depths. We're gonna lose this Chasm anyway. It's either that or get another Forest or another Cloudpost. I feel like just going for it. Even if I gain 20 life, that That would be a win in itself. If we like somehow stole this and he didn't have the swords, there's no way. Let's see what happens with this ponder. I feel like they'd be quick on it, just to not shuffle. Could easily have just lightning bolt too, so might just be waiting for us to get rid of that chasm. Lightning bolt's a pretty good combo with Arcanist. Or like I could also have the Ice Fang too. This is a trump blocker. That's Oko. No, I don't think it does play Bolt. This card kind of surprised me though. Like I probably wouldn't expect like Arcanist to be in this kind of the list. Here it goes. Yeah, definitely Codal. It's never been a better time though to try. No, don't you tap that. Alright, get like a couple more turns. Yeah, yeah, they gave us, so take 10 here, 13 the next turn, and 2 more turns. Until they can play like another threat. Maybe we draw like an Ulamog or something. Days of doing. Which replacement? What are my options? I don't know what it's asking me. Choose which replacement effect to use instead of drawing a card. Oh, okay. I see. This thing was like in the way of it. Would you like their Hull Breacher to do it? Or their Hull Breacher? This doesn't give you like the same targets option. I was thinking like, oh, maybe we could like apply it for whatever it is when the thing messes up. No, it was just like hiding from me. This isn't great because we don't get to draw. Maybe they'll swords it though. Yeah, it like makes you be like, oh yeah, you're gonna give up this draw. Make sure you know it. Yeah, exactly. I feel like this happens often with this Kozilek. Just them not drawing cards. It's either Narset or this guy now. It's not like the graveyard is really like needs to be refilled at all anyway. Didn't even elk it. Oh yeah, Needle. I have to figure he answers it still. Yeah, I forgot about Needle too. Forgot about this card. Should probably name that with the second Needle. I guess just doubling up on Oko Hate. It's never a bad idea though. Find your Force of Will. Yep. Even if I draw Ulamog now, I can't even get a draw later. I don't really know how to evaluate this list. Like, as far as me, personally, against a Snowco deck, this is, like, the most difficult a Snowco deck could possibly be for me, but I don't know if, like, God, Teferi, if that's actually, like, worth running, like, the Echoes combo, or Hull Breacher or a Days Undoing. I feel better about this post-board. Just treat this like Snowco, bring the forces and the Carpet of Flowers in. Yeah, this combo element to their deck is a pretty good weapon against us. Man, every Snowco turn just takes so long. Look how much more mana they have than me. They have like 20 mana. I only have 10. Vintage blue shops. That sounds pretty cool. Yeah, this is like the collective vengeance of the Snowco deck against Post. Like, yeah, finally we get to beat him. So stuff like Echo of Aeons, Days Undoing, like the presence of that makes me think that like maybe like Mind Twist is fine to be legal in Legacy. Slasher, that must make you happy. I guess you guys can have the satisfaction of that every once in a while. Alright, I want these 8 green cards, so Crop Rots come out. I'm going to keep Maze of Ith and Bog in the deck. And Bog answering Uro, potentially. I think Depths comes out, probably Excavator. Yeah, I mean, that Urza deck, Mind Twists on turn 1, so doesn't seem much worse than just a regular Mind Twist you have to pay mana into. I don't think I want Surgical in this matchup. Could be wrong, but definitely to keep this. I think just the Maze here goes back. Trader? Oh yeah, yeah. Somebody talking shit about Post. If I can find... Eye of Ugin would be like the best thing off this Once Upon a Time. But I would take like any like Eldrazi threat too. Nice. I mean, we were not going to lose our hand at least before turn 4, so it's not bad. At some point I should just think of firing this. Let's do it now. Let's take a forest at this point. I'm gonna try to get this carpet of flowers down here. The goldsmith dragon or whatever. If they don't get an island here, okay. I was gonna say I'll Force of Vigor their astrolabes. If you want your blue, spare actual islands. Ooh. Really hope this resolves. Yes. Alright, we can't lose our hand next turn, so... At least I don't think it can. So let's just get mana here, and then play Eye next turn. I think we'll be good. That map might have been the most critical spell of this game. Yeah, back to basics should probably be the worst possible thing here. Even that wouldn't be like the worst either. I could From the Ashes too. Blood Moon, maybe. It's that red mana. Makes me a little nervous. I'm not sure. Let's get Carpet and see if that happens. 4 islands. Force Negation, pitching, Days Undoing. The first time I played against this deck was against Anurag. And I remember like Days Undoing, and I was like, it was a really weird like answer to end of turn Eye of Ugin searching. Back to basics. I think I'm just gonna fire the Force here. If this gets countered, this force, I can wait on searching with Eye. Try and like work towards an Ulamog over the course of a couple turns. But I like just trying to kill it right now. I sense weakness right now. Oh no, shit. Alright, so as we search for this Ulamog, we got to tap as few Cloudposts as possible each time. You'll see what we draw next turn. It's possible I don't even want to search up right away anyway. In case they Daze Undoing, then I'll have tapped my Eye of Ugin. I feel like I should probably wait until I am certain that I have the mana to just cast it directly afterwards. Which will be whenever I get like one more untapped mana source. Or any Cloudpost, for that matter. Alright, pressure's on. Sweet. I think the craziest play would be if they had Teferi out and were able to like instant speed Daze Undoing. Is Daze Undoing end the current turn, or is it just like end your turn? If it's your turn, end the turn. Okay. Gotcha, yeah. I did have the mana, but this way I can, if I draw like a land next turn, I can still keep like another Cloudpost up. I just like being patient for a spot like this. Like, this is our one shot at this, really. That's not bad. Alright, well, I gotta tap these anyway, so... I wonder which permanent. Yeah, I feel like much better about this now. Just have to dodge another, like, back to basics, Blood Moon effect. They did not shuffle. Uh-oh. Yeah, maybe it would have been better. I was actually thinking that right before you said it, honestly. It's the thing with, like, they have so many potentially, like, good targets. I'm gonna hit, like, a creature or... Let's play out this needle, I guess. Alright, one more game. I'm interested, Archon. I think I need to like get some food after this, though. I also don't know if my computer is going to be up to the task. But yeah, definitely want to do the co-stream at some point, though. Man, all these like initial hands have been like terrible. Alright, this is much better. I appreciate the offer, just I need to take a break from Magic and computers. Let's start in Cloudpost. Ooh. Yeah, so against these like grindy blue control decks, getting your first Cloudpost out is one of the most important things. Ooh, no second land drop. And get this too. Hell yeah. That's not as good. I guess I'll just take the Rec Sage here, though, to have the second green card ready to go. I don't really need the other forests. Probably gonna attempt these two maps here, too. Especially knowing they can't get Oko next turn. Yeah, I think stage. Yeah, let's just go straight to colorless mana at this point. Hell yeah. Force of Vigor, taking my technology. I only found... They're going to find their next land here at this point. So, in the face of like a potential Oko, instead of using one of these maps, I think it'd be better to wait and see if they play an Oko, and then tap, use whatever map they were to potentially target. Like ideally this next turn, I'll probably just spend the turn making the stage a Cloudpost. And then I'll have the mana to use both maps next turn. Could also make the stage like a basic forest. Damping Sphere. Don't think I'm going to fire this off just yet. Let's see if I can get another green card for the Force. And that way if that gets countered, then I have Rec Sage as a backup. I want to search up Eye of Ugin and ASAP too, most likely next turn. I guess that would potentially put my second map at risk. Let's get this done now. Ooh. Alright, so I think let's get Eye of Ugin here. Just be the safest thing to just have in play at this point. Considering just like pitching the prime time to try and kill Damping Sphere, honestly. Just thinking long term this game, Eye is going to be the most useful thing. Cage Art in 88, thanks for the follow. Alright, they're gonna try and hit this map then, most likely. Might fire off a force here then in response. Yeah, I think this is worth trying. Sweet. Get our full mana back. Get this map. Saw the window. Sorry, Snoko fans. Had to speed it one more time. They got that game won though. Sorry, Slasher. You got that first game, though. It's a best of 3, unfortunately. Bojuka. I don't think we're... Let's see, how many 6-1s? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a 5th person will be 6-1. So 3 X2s might make it in. Maybe we'll get it. Protagonist. And nobody thinks Snoko is the good guy. Maybe some people, but pretty sure I'm like the face deck for sure. The good guy. Just using simple, innocent green cards. Us green players, we're just a simple folk. And yeah, I was surprised that Force of Vigor actually resolved. Maybe even could have played the turn before that differently, just to further guarantee getting the 2 maps use out of them. But I took the riskier line and it actually paid off. It never feels like great, like pitching Rec Sage to Force of Vigor. I feel like you're just kind of like doubling down at that point. So yeah, so regardless of what happens the rest of today, I'll be back on tomorrow for the challenge, so I hope everybody comes back and watches that. If you haven't followed me already, please do so. I appreciate it. And then, yeah, be sure to check out my YouTube channel. I'll be putting all these streams up there if you can't watch it live. And then I'm almost done writing like the primer, the guide to this deck. Probably going to work on that a little bit today, later. So yeah, I intend to get that out within like the next week. So if you're like interested in just reading about this deck, I guess, or like looking to like a beginner's guide for it, been working on that. Until then, we're just gonna wait for like 10 minutes. Let's see, whatever tiebreakers. Alpha Blade, Musasabi, Unicorn. Maybe there's some like simple way to check this better. I don't know. Storm at 1. It's all about the sequence, though, Fox. Not just play any land. Not just Cloudpost. Although it would be nice if you could just throw Cloudposts out freely. I feel like... Oh yeah, it was Slasher last week. You were playing Burn. I was gonna say, like, I haven't played against Burn in, like, a long time. Burn's, like, one of the few decks where, like... I think, like, one of the best game plans is just to, like, try and ramp as quick as possible. Just put the pedal to the metal. Either that or just, like, get a Dark Depths kill. But sometimes it's nice just, like, trying to go big mana as fast as possible. It's very liberating. So yeah, it sounds like I have access to Uros now. So I could run this blue-green show and tell list on stream at some point. I have my doubts though, so it'd be fun to try though. Chandra, Pyrogenius. Oh, it's one of those cards. The ones that came with like some intro deck or something. Yeah, I really don't like having to use Cataracts in order to like escape this card. I feel like when your cards are like that conditional on other cards in your deck, it's not a thing you want. Show and Tell just does like bail you out of a lot of bad spots though. Can't doubt this card. If I was going to tap into, like, some blue disruption, I probably would, kind of do the same thing that, like, Negator does with blue in his deck. Just, like, Stifles and Bluster Storms. Oh, is Mueller playing Legacy? Yeah, if anybody knows of, somebody else streaming Legacy right now. Is Archon streaming now? I could raid Archon. Yeah, I should definitely raid somebody, though. Oh yeah, Show and Tells to help rush out, ideally, Primeval Titan, but then you also still just have, like, our typical giant Eldrazi. This one's running Kozilek, Great Distortion. Which I could see the case for playing that one with Show and Tell. Seems like this countering ability be more worthwhile when you can get it in quickly. Yeah, for some reason this list was like... I don't know, I wish you could just like situate it so you don't have to like edit all the time. And the sideboard's literally the same board as the mono green deck. We lost to like Pokepile, I guess. Whatever. Rug Good Stuff or whatever, round 1. And then we also lost to Elves. It's been a while since I lost to Elves, so... But that happens every once in a while. It was a fun stream, though. Like, if you didn't watch the earlier rounds, like, I recommend checking it out on the YouTube channel. There's some pretty crazy moments. got some pretty good luck on our side. How's it going, 3 Earps? How are you doing today? Yeah, it's on the more affordable side of legacy decks. Just one reserveless card in the sideboard. Yeah, it's, I'm going to mention earlier, if I wanted to try out, do I even own Riftstone Portal? I don't think I do. I got a feeling that land probably just wouldn't be worth it. Like, I don't know if I'd want to waste like Reclaimer activation getting that. Shifty Mang P, thanks for following. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to like spend multiple Reclaimer activations searching up something that helps me like utilize colors. Although if we did have like a portal in the sideboard, we could like, oh, it's nice like being able to like green sun for prime time and just only have like Glimmerpost, Cloudpost out. Like that could actually be possible if we had a portal in the grave. Yeah. Yeah, this is the deck to beat up on like the blue control decks for sure. I wish the Delver matchup was better though, to be honest. Been working on that matchup, trying to figure out like a plan or some sort of strategy. It's been rough. Maybe just complain enough and hope Oko gets banned, and then we could have a chance. I've considered Gutshot before, and I think it just like doesn't do enough. I've been trying cards in Delver to beat this, like as the Delver player. Let's play Okos. Or if you're blue-red, play Price of Progress. Yeah, I miss the days when, like, before Oko, when Delver's best threats were just, like, attackers. Not these consistent answers to every possible permanent, every artifact creature. And also not, like, good win conditions, too. Dreadnought. I was thinking about that, you know that hideaway land? I think it's like Mossfort Bridge or whatever. Like, that works the way I think it does, right? If you have 10 power or more, you just, like, play a Dreadnought and activate it in response. Shifting Ceratops. Somebody mentioned this before. Yeah, it's good against blue, but it still dies to, like, Arcanist Bolt. Like, even Primetime dies to Arcanist Bolt. I think, like, if we're looking for some sort of, like, all-around answer to Delver, that's not going to be it. Oh, it's good. I mean, most things are just going to die to 2 bolts. I feel like there would probably be some sort of like hexproof creature or something that would be better if that's like what we wanted in that spot. I vaguely remember Thrun. It's like a 4/3, right? Four. And you don't see regeneration all that often anymore. It wasn't truly the last troll. Drop a Funny could. I mean, if we're committing to just cutting the Reclaimers entirely, I could see Drop of Honey potentially. I played it in the past though, and it's just kind of awkward, like timing it correctly. But the way like Delver decks and like these Arcanist decks are now, just kind of condensing their threats into like single attacking creatures, like Drop of Honey might be more worth considering now. Briar Patch. I vaguely remember all these cards. It's getting old. Yeah, I wish that was like on a land. Something like that. Yeah, Arboreal Grazer considered. Maybe as like a 1 of Green Sun target. If you really have like a land heavy hand, just try and dump lands in hand. It's just that when you're when you could potentially search up a Reclaimer, Reclaimer just has so much potential. It's like you just don't want to not get Reclaimer. At least in my experience. I tried like Veteran Explorer too. Right here, you see, not 11th place. Alright. Well, 5-2, it's respectable. Sucks losing to Elves, but I had a fun tournament. So yeah, be sure to check in tomorrow. It's going to start at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, the Sunday Challenge. So I hope you all come back and watch. Thanks everyone for the support. I'm going to turn you over to... What do we say? Yeah, Legacy Council. So Archon. No, not ready yet. Yeah. But yeah, thanks everyone. Hope to see you tomorrow. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your Saturday.